bit of a change of plan as to where we're going later, but I'll start at the beginning and go through to the last point of tonight. So heading back now to do the podcast with Western Supernatural. That's going to be going live at 5:30 for a maximum of 90 minutes. Once we've done that, I'm going to be driving over to the other side of Manchester to meet up with Ash Ellis, go in his basement and do the investigation from there. If it's a good signal, I'll do a live stream. If not, Ash is going to do it on a TikTok live. So if you go on, either type in Ash Ellis or Pursuit of the Paranormal, I'm not sure what account he's going to be using, but he's going to be going out on one of them. Then from there, we're not going to Pendle Hill, only because of the distance and the distance of how far you have to walk once you get there, and we're all getting old and our legs are more disabled than originally thought earlier on in the weekend. So, hi Stuart, hi Sober. Better give your real name away then, sorry bud. Yeah, so we're still going to go meet up with Ash. Then from Ash's, instead of going to Pendle Hill, we're going up to Winter Hill. And I've just spoken with Mick McLaren, and we're going to be meeting up with the WIC team, and we're going to go out and do a bit of a walk around with Mick as our guide, and I'll tell Mick about the accounts that I've had up there and what's been going on. It's me, Tim, Andy, Bruno, baby with a laser. He's getting a lift from his nephew, so he's going meeting Mick before we get there. I'm not sure what time I'm going to stay up Winter Hill. It just depends on the weather. It is very fucking windy, isn't it?
Very windy.
It's proper windy here today. But I know you do get a good signal up here in Winter Hill. So, yeah, we do a live stream. So I've still got me night vision charged. Did try doing one earlier and last night to tell you what went on at Bempton. So we met up with Paul and Linny, Pete, Patrick, Drew, Wayne, Fire Spirit. There's about 10 of us.
Yeah, at least.
Yeah, so we went to Bempton first, chatting to a guy in the car park, and he ended up subscribing to the channel. So that was a bit odd. Looks like the time when the guy at the till in Audi said, "Oh, like your tattoo," and signed up to the YouTube channel. Then that's because of you. That, cheers, Tim.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I got another subscriber from that. So we met up with Paul. We had a good chat. It's a really bad signal up there. You can't even upload a photo onto Facebook. It's just, yeah. But we see IL11 edits. We did see a few odd things in the sky. Did see some satellites. Paul pointed them out. They're more of a greeny colour than your normal whatever colour you get. Planes, see a couple of planes quite high, but towards the end of the night, just after Paul and that had gone, we did see a couple of odd lights in the sky that they weren't blipping, they were just solid lights, and they do like a full curve in the sky, and then you just blimp out. There was just nothing there. It weren't like they went behind the cloud or anything, because that part of the sky was pretty clear. So yeah, it wasn't that. We've seen that twice. We've seen a couple of white lights up near the hills. Orange. Someone seen orange light? Was it a green one?
Yeah, orange.
Paul pointed out an orange light.
Yeah.
Not an orange light, a green one. Got orange on the mind. So Paul pointed out the green one. His conversation, he went, "Do you all just see that?" And then we all turned, and I think there was one other person that had seen it. So even though we didn't get anything too exciting, it was a good night. It's nice to meet everyone. It was nice to have a proper chat with everyone as well, and tell them about stuff that's gone on and what we've encountered since last time we seen them 12 months ago, and vice versa. Yeah, so we did all that, and then I don't know where you are. And then walking back to the car park, we all kind of got, so there's me and Wayne walking up, and Tim and Oz were behind us. Oz is one of Wayne's mates, and I heard what sounded like a growling coming from the grass. So we're coming up to where the RSPB unit is on the left hand side, and it sounded like really strong growl, and basically my ass fell out, because it just reminded me of that time when I was in the house in Milton Keynes and it was under the bedroom window. Very, very similar noise to that. And we're listening again, and Wayne heard something, didn't hear all of it, and he said he heard something. These two didn't hear anything. And then we heard it again, but then we heard a car. Like the old, I just pictured an XR2i with a big bore exhaust on it, just revving its bollocks off. And that, do you know what I mean? It was that kind of, that noise. Not that noise, that was a banjo. I don't know what's going on here, but anyway. That was Tim's phone. So then, but we should have, so the noise of the car was coming from the car park, but by the time we got to the car park, we should have still been able to see that car, but there's nothing there. So we don't know what it was. More than likely it was a car. More than likely it wasn't some cryptid beast growling at us. But because we didn't see anything, car or cryptid, technically we can't rule either of them out, can we? So we don't know what that was. The lights, unknown. They weren't planes, they weren't helicopters. Don't know, we just don't know. So there was a little bit of activity. Never a wasted journey, because it's just nice to go out and go to somewhere different. Yeah, so then, like I said, we're going to Ash's basement, going to do investigation there after I've done the podcast, and then we're going to drive up, meet up with the WIT team, and go out and, alright Kurt, go out and have a not a jog, but a walk along with Mick. Then he can talk us through all the stuff that's gone up in the area, and just go from there. Anything, Tim, you want to add?
No, you covered it all there, I think.
Nothing missed?
No.
So, yeah, we're not sure what time we're going to be there till. I don't know if it's, like I said, depends on the weather. Depends if anything happens, if we get bored, if we get abducted, get arrested. Anything can happen at any point. So, that's it. Nothing else really to add. Not got anything planned for tomorrow other than driving back home. No, I think that's about it. But we will be back on in just over an hour's time. Like I said, I'll be chatting with Baz, Kev and Dom from Western Supernatural. And they're going to be talking about their encounters, where they go investigating, equipment that they use, how they do it different, if they do it different to anyone else. Yeah, get your questions ready for them. So, yeah, that's going out to everyone. I'm not doing members on that. It's only because I'm not going to be sat at the computer, I'm going to be the iPad, and it's just a lot more fiddly to try and do it on that than it is on a PC. I think that's about it. So unless anyone's got any questions, I'm gonna do one, basically. So yeah, that is the end. Right, thank you for tuning in. Like I said, I just want to give you an update as to what's going on, and I'll see you guys in just over an hour. Have fun and see you soon. Thanks for watching. Take care. Bye bye.